as well, okay? And then I'll send you a link to this video. Okay, Swift Plumbers, we've done a video inspection from the rooftop to locate this clean out. Then we cabled upstream backwards from the clean out into the house towards the problem. This is going up to our vent stack. As you can see, we've got a much clearer picture now because we removed a lot of the debris. We're going to still see some debris in there, okay? Right in this area is where we had the issue. Now see that clumps of root? So we still have them in there, so that single ply paper is going to be real important right now. The good thing is, and what we would have liked to do is use maybe a different head to get them out. Like I said, we can jet them out. And if you decide you really want this pipe cleaned up, it looks like a good candidate for it. I mean, this could be repaired if there's a hole there. It's hard to tell because of the roots, but usually roots grow in from somewhere. But this exterior line was replaced, so we don't know if they just grabbed onto that cast iron or why the cable. What I did was cable backwards, and what I did, you heard me going back and forth through here. What that was is I used this head. See how it grabbed the roots and cut some of them? Okay. See in the center there? So it can only do so much because, like I told you before, cabling them fine roots, it's not going to grab onto it. So there's nothing that'll do that. Now, another option that we sometimes use, and can't use this because you only have 3-inch pipe. If it were 4-inch, we could use this cutter head. But this won't go in, and on 3-inch pipe, even if it made it in, which this won't go in, it would scrape up that cast iron, causing scale to drop in. So you got to be real careful with that. The good news is we're looking at a small area of pipe here where we have the issue. Now, the risk with repairing that issue is when you cut cast iron and we put what's called a Fernco adapter onto it, which is a rubber boot that will go from cast iron to PVC. So we can go in and dig up a little section and replace it. But if that pipe cracks when we cut it, or is too thin, or if it leaks when we go to test it, we have to keep going. That's how repairs end up big jobs. All right, unfortunately. Sometimes they go smooth, sometimes they don't, but we are dealing with an older pipe. You can see a little more roots sprinkled throughout here. What we're not seeing is a clear-cut crack. Now, this stuff could be covering it up, but we're not seeing that. So, right there, you see that cracking? Plumbers love to sell stuff when they see little hairline cracks like that. A lot of them do. Because then they just tell you it's broken for sure. And it's a hairline crack, and it could just be the scale cracking. See, there's a coating of scale on the inside, and it'll look like a crack. And I can tell you from when people want the pipe replaced, we go in there and it's not cracked all the way through. It's the scale that made it appear cracked. All right, that's a way to sell stuff. That being said, so how did the roots get in? They either got in because there is a break up there, or they grew backwards. The only thing with it growing backwards is we're not seeing any roots in this part. So I would be more at a tendency to say that there is a break up there in that area, okay? See that? But a lot of this looks pretty good. So I don't want you thinking there's an urgency. I think if you switch to the single ply paper so nothing grabs in this area. See, this is a weird spot too that looks broken. You see that spot right there? And it could just be that there's a coupler there, but normally it doesn't look like this. You see that? Now, I don't have clear-cut evidence that that is a break, but it's just not a typical looking where you see cast iron and you see you don't see cast iron. That's our little buddies in there following us. So, see right up there? Now that to me, usually when you see that black in the pipe, it would indicate that it's broken. But I do not see dirt. You see how I don't see clear-cut dirt or anything around there? So that could be a repair that was done at one point with maybe a Fernco putting the two together. I'm not sure. I know you just moved in, so we wouldn't know that for sure unless going into that area. So that's what I kind of wanted you to see there. So that's my concern. So the options really are, you know, to try it as is, be very easy on this thing, but eventually something's got to get done here. You see how it's only going to rust out more, so eventually it ends up getting replaced. Normally you jet it to try to save the pipe for as long as you can, not knowing for sure, you know, but it would have been nice if even more of them roots, and that's why we ran all that water, all the stuff that I loosened up to try to get it to flush out, you know. But that is definitely the area of concern, and that's where you were plugged at, right here. Okay, so, and that is not the bottom of the pipe. See this right here to the right? This is the bottom of the pipe. So if this plugs up again on you, if you flush something you shouldn't, or if it just plugs up because something more caves in, what they need to do is go from here backwards. Definitely need to clean out here, and then you're going to have to decide what way you want to handle it, whether or not you use this. Insurance she originally talked to, and I want to go ahead and say this on the scope. I even have something pre-written for insurance to fight them, because they love to deny this. They don't cover the pipe replacement. Okay, and this is not normal wear and tear. This is a situation, right there's where it goes up to the toilet. This is a situation where something compromised the pipes. All right, normal wear and tear, you wouldn't have a compromised pipe. And you see right there, that pipe is compromised. So I would think I would put it through insurance, and yeah, they'll try to deny you, but that's why sometimes you need lawyers and whatnot. Let them watch this video and deny you. You got a state licensed plumber saying what you should do. But them are your options. So right now I want you to take it easy. I don't want you to feel like it's, yeah, you're rolling the dice because you don't want to have to pay us to cable it again. All right? So it is a bit of rolling the dice, but I certainly don't want you to think you're under any type of pressure at this point to do something. We got it open. It's clear that it's open. It's only what you flush that can cause that to block back up again. I mean, chances are, because even if roots are growing into the pipe, it would take them a while to grow in. But that the roots that are just hanging down there, they're going to grab onto anything you put down that toilet. Okay, so running lots of water and limited amount of what goes in there. Single ply paper. I mean, get rid of the other stuff immediately. Whatever it is, get rid of it, because you will be calling me back quickly tonight, tomorrow. I mean, it'll grab stuff. Okay, I'll end that video. So